Hey guys, it's Killswitch95, and today we're going to look at a not top tier game in the T-34-3. I know, right? So, we're on Paris, it's tier 9, there's 6 tier 9s and the rest are tier 8s, and immediately I'm typing in chat, either know how to lead an EBR and hit it, or learn very quickly, because otherwise it's going to kill you. And the reason I say this is because a couple months down the road of these tanks being introduced to the game, a lot of people, at least in my experience, still do not know how to lead these vehicles properly. You gotta give them extra lead because they go extra fast. And a lot of times, nobody can hit them, especially the tier 8 ones, The tier 6 and tier 7 are pretty garbage, but the tier 9 and tier 10 one, you really gotta lead them and know where they're gonna go, because if you can't hit them, then it's effectively they have all the armor and HP, because if you can't hit them, then they're hitting you and you can't do anything about it. So yes, learn to lead EBRs. Now I'm gonna take some shots at this Progetto, and I honestly have no reason why at 229 meters he couldn't just spot me. I don't get it. And it happens again. I don't understand it. But he's had enough of this. He's going to back up. I don't blame him. I mean, he's had a wonderful start to his game so far, I would say. So, yes. Bottom tier on Paris. Not really bottom tier, mid tier. I'm in the heavy spot because, in my opinion, South controls the map on this map. North is kind of like, eh. So I try to put in as much help in the southern fight as I can, and I don't know how this bends. I also don't know how I didn't get spotted. But yes, I'm trying to put in help on the southern flank, because when you win the south, you can just pretty much just roll up into the base. It doesn't really matter. But at the same time, because I'm not actually a heavy, I can't just be like, hey guys, shoot me, and bounce my armor. So I gotta play smart about it, and I'm not exactly sure of where to go, which is gonna get me shot here in a minute. Trying to get a shot on the T10, I don't see it. And I don't want to just sit here forever, so I'm gonna go to leave, and yeah, he had a shot on me and I didn't know it. Okay, there's my misplay for the game. Let's not repeat that. So now I'm expecting to spot a Scorpion sitting in like E3, something like that. So I'm creeping up the road using the trees I knock over as bush cover, and there's something worse than a Scorpion there. Tier 9 Udas. Okay, so he's camping where the TDs camp, which means the Scorpion's probably in like D3. And I've taken 2 shots this game and I'm down a lot of HP. Off to a wonderfully great start. But hey, at least I've done my tank's hit points and damage so far. I've already pulled my weight this game. So I'm still in this position of I don't exactly know what I want to do, but I kind of got an idea. First, I want to put some shots in the back of the Zudas, but I just don't really get good shots on him. And I see the Super Pershing, and yeah, I'd rather not have a sniping fight with a Super Pershing. But then I see the 54 Lightweight going ham, and I'm like, alright, well, if nothing else, I can at least keep him from going ham. Alright. So at this point I'm like, alright, I'm gonna go back up the heavies against Panther 88 and push into their base, because that's the most clear-cut option I've got right now. So I'm looking at this Panther and I'm like, oh man, it's a Panther, free damage. What? Okay, well, I'll just reload and hit him again, maybe. Huh. Luckily that shot from the Panther 88 bounced, and that's going to become crucial in the future. So I'm thinking of pursuing this Lorraine, but then I'm like, oh wait, the Scorpion's probably in like D3, so let's stop short of the corner and put a shot into the bush. I don't like the idea of being spotted when there's potentially a TD there, and I sure as hell don't like the idea of being spotted with a clear line of sight to Artie, so yeah, no. Yeah, no. No, this isn't gonna work out. This is not indicative of winning the game. So, the EBR gets his first kill on Artie. The Udes, I still don't know where the Udes is. I noticed Lorraine and Scorpion are in the mid, so I'm gonna go more to the right. Why? Because considering the EBR isn't capping, I suspect the EBR and possibly the Udes are gonna go south to try and flank around us. And this is when I'm loading HE, because I saw for a glimpse earlier that the Udes 16 was on double-digit HP. Now, if you'll recall in one of my earlier videos, I said one of the good things about having this big caliber gun is that the HE typically does something. Finishing off a double-digit HP tank, one of them. This is going to cost me with a couple shots here though, because the HE round has a slower shell velocity than the AP round. So I'm leading this EBR with the mental calculations due for the AP round, but I'm not adjusting it for the HE round. So all these shots I throw at the EBR with HE are going to miss. But that's okay if I can get this Udes, because I don't need to spam heat at it, and I know my AP is probably going to bounce. So let's get one good HE round and... Huh. Okay then. Awkward. Well, considering how fast the EBR is, I know he's probably either going to come up straight through the 5-6 line mid, or he's going to come around through the 7-8 line and try and flank around us because he knows we're probably going for the Udes. So this is why I'm backing up. Well, if I back up too far, I'm not going to be able to see him. So, yes, I predicted correctly. What I did not predict correctly was that I was still shooting HE, and thus I'm not going to be able to hit him with the lead I'm giving for AP with a slower velocity round. So at this point, it occurs to me, okay, the EBR probably did this to try and take the attention of me and the 704 towards the 9-0 line and point our guns that way, which means that Udes, if he's smart, will be coming up around us on the 2-3 line to try and get shots in our ass as we wait for the EBR. So with that in mind, it's about time I got him out. Now I can switch to AP, and now my leading's actually gonna work. Now for a second I thought that was the EBR in cap, but then no, it's obviously the Artie. Which tells me a couple things. One, Artie isn't really going to be able to provide cover to this EBR, and two, I don't need to go chase after this EBR alone, because then I'm not going to be able to get help from the 704, and the 704 is going to be out alone while he does exactly that. And right now, I'm like, alright, we got a minute left. This EBR fight could actually take ages. So, No, we're gonna go reset the base because I know it's arty. I might die doing it, but at least we're not gonna get capped out. Now I'm trying to keep as much cover between me and the EBR because I don't want him to come and spot me as I'm coming to kill the arty, which doesn't really matter in the grand scheme of things because RNG has its ways. Yee. Well, fuck. I'm gonna die now, probably, or maybe not. Now, considering this EBR hasn't been spotted for a while, I'm suspecting him to come up the 8 line. And, yep. I got his wheel, that's good. I'm gonna keep my front armor to him. Now, if I was this EBR driver, I would go around this corner until I'm unspotted and then backtrack, because he would then bait me into doing exactly this. But because that's what I think he's going to do, I want to make sure within proxy distance of this corner that he's not going to continue coming. Unfortunately, he did get a shot into me because I didn't whip my gun around quick enough, which could have cost me the game, but yeah, there we go. $3.3k damage, 4 kills. I got Defender, First Class, Oskins medal for killing, I believe, 3 tanks and tank destroyers 1 tier higher than your vehicle. It would have been Nicole's if I would have killed a different tier 9 and not the arty. But yes, this was actually a very adrenaline rush game for me because I had to try and predict where the UDES was going to go. I had to try and predict where the EBR was going to go. And luckily, it worked out this time. Sometimes it doesn't. Lots of times it doesn't. But what I said at the start is exactly what happened with the rest of my team. They didn't know how to shoot at an EBR, and you see the EBR just farmed 5 kills at the end of the game. He was going to farm one on me, but I mean, with AP and APCR, I know how to lead. It's just with HE, I don't. Otherwise, I would have killed him earlier, probably. But, yes, a very fun, not top tier game in the T-34-3 on Paris, playing the Heavium role. And I'm punching above my weight. Alrighty. I'll see you on the next video.